You say that out of the 63 MPs who have, thrown their weight behind Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, you're saying that some of them are backtracking?
The Sunafo one is one. It's Sunafo North.
It's Sunafo North.
MP, yeah. He's one. He was with us last week. At least I can vouch for him.
Was he part of the 63?
Yeah. And there are others who even argue that their name was not supposed to be on that list. But, we're not here. And mind you, even between now and January, anybody can change their mind, really. I mean, that's politics. It's so dynamic. Okay? Dynamic. So it's not like sealed I know
you, of course, you are not MPP, but you also have said it time and again that what happens to the MPP happens to Ghana because that's the biggest opposition party we have. And in the spirit of democracy and comradeship, there's nothing wrong with commenting on what happens in the party of your colleague's party. I mean, you are an MP, as they do. If you commit to support a candidate, and I mean, why do MPs fear to publicly, or let me put it this way, if you don't support a candidate, and there's a news item that says Seidu supports one of the candidates in the NDC, we're told, purportedly are, clamoring or have the ambitions of taking over or succeeding John Dramani Mahama. Let's assume you were told that you support one of them. If you don't, what difficulty would you have in coming out public to say you don't?
Well, this Acheampong North MP has come out.
Yes, because now we're told that even some of the 63, like you're telling us, some of them, we don't know how many. I say that, well, it is not true, but let's allow the sleeping dogs to lie. Something doesn't add up.
Well, Moro, thank you.
Anyway.
Good morning to my brother once again. I miss you, bro. Yeah. Well, you look good in opposition.
So you want him to stay in opposition?
Yeah, sign of good living. The economy is good. When Ghana, it doesn't matter which party you belong. Once the system is good, the economy is doing well. Prices of goods are
stay there.
Very stable now.
Local
prices stable. Exchange rates stable. What again? We are not going to have any party that will come and put money in our pockets, but we want a peaceful, conducive environment.
Okay.
Stable prices environment for all of us to survive very well.
So I think so good under Mahama.
Very good. Very good. But even when we were in parliament, though your party was in power, you weren't looking like this. Today, looking around your face, sign of good living all over.
Do you know why is shocked?
What again?
Because in one place you say you miss him. Well, another brother say she stay in opposition.
Yes.
Like him.
He's a good friend, good brother. We've worked together in the Foreign Affairs Committee. Right. We were all in Foreign Affairs Committee in the 8th Parliament, and we fared very well together. Moro, I ordinarily would not have wished to comment on this MPP thing. It's to paraphrase or quote my late Professor Mills, do fear sem. But it's politics we are doing. And for me, stakeholders of various political parties sticking their neck out to support candidate A, B, C, D. It is one thing that political parties should not even be doing. If you love your party so well, I think it is not something we should be doing. Normally, when we do these things, both parties, when we do these things, this throwing your weight behind a candidate A, candidate B, when we do that, that is why if the candidate, if the winner, the victor eventually is not strategic, he finds it so difficult to reconcile the party moving into the elections. So what the MPP is doing, if they don't elect a leader who exudes humility, who will be able to carry all the parties or the factions together, they are going to be in very serious trouble. They know that very well. You understand? And that is why I have always said that when you are going into a contest and you believe that you have an upper hand than the others, you have to be measured in your words to your colleagues or the other contestants. You see, because if you are in a contest and you believe that you will win, you don't have to say certain things to the other contestants. That when you do that, you find it so difficult to be able to reach out to them after the elections, after when you win. So for me, contest is good. It deepens internal democracy. So it is neither here nor here for anybody to say that why are the others contesting the former flag bearer of the party. No, it's democracy. If he wins, he should, or in his campaigning, he should be measured, or his team should be measured, knowing very well that if they win, they can extend olive hand to the others.
Yeah.
Dr. Bryan Acheampong, fine, brilliant young man, very vibrant, very entrepreneurial man, political astute. If he wins, he will need the others. Edichum, if he wins, will need the others. Komna, Japan, all of them. And they know that. This is not something I should be saying around this platform. So they have to be measured. But political parties, we find it very difficult to restrain when it comes to throwing our weight behind a particular candidate. And usually, like I said, when that happens and the candidate, we give more work to the candidate after his victory to do. You understand? So for me, whether Bryan, whether Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, whether Dr. Edichum, whether Honorable Kobina J, all of them, Moro, where are they going?
Right.
2028. Nowhere. They are not going anywhere. So they only elect a flag bearer. But they will not be able to win the 2028 elections with whoever that they will bring.
Right.
But I think that by and large, we wish them well. Let them have a peaceful contest. Moro, you remember one time I was here around this platform with the Deputy General Secretary of the MPP, and I was telling them that, you see, the national executives have a lot of work to do after these elections. So if they think if they support a particular candidate, they should be measured in how they treat the others. Because you are the executives, you are the stakeholders of the party, you are the very people who will have to lead the winner of this contest or the winner of the contest to the others to be able to woo them back to the party. Any house that goes into elections divided, you've already lost the election 50%. You understand? So for me, I wish the MPP well. But this issue of if all the parties, if we can always restrain and allow the flag bearers or the contestants to move and sell their message, I think it will always help the flag bearer himself than this group 15 MPs are supporting Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Another day, this MP is supporting Bryan Acheampong. Another day is this, is that. It doesn't work. Moro, remember, but my brother made a very good point. And I think that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's team should be worried because the last elections, Dr. Bryan alone support for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was so enormous. They know that very well. Dr. Bryan's support, even in parliament, in wooing MPs to Mahmoud Bawumia's side, it was so enormous. Bryan influenced many MPs to support Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia in the last elections. They know that.
Including myself.
Including himself. Yeah. So if today Dr. Bryan is in the race, everybody should be worried. Kennedy Acheampong, who even did not start the race earlier the other time, but everybody saw his, what he did. He showed very well. He fared very well in the election. Today, if Dr. Bryan was with Dr. Bawumia, Dr. Edichum was with Dr. Bawumia, and Kennedy fared the way he fared, it tells you that these elections is not the way people are looking at it. So if Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia team, if they are dreaming that they've already won, I'm telling you, they may laugh at the wrong side of their mouth, because these two candidates, Dr. Bryan and Kennedy Acheampong, they are not in to joke. They are not in to joke at all. Surprisingly, I saw many people in my constituency, posting Bryan's flyers all over, and I'm like, what is happening? Jirapapa. I'm like, what is happening? Then when you go to the north, many constituencies, you've seen people who are now coming out boldly, courageously supporting Kennedy and then Dr. Bryan Acheampong. So the other team should sit up. They shouldn't think that it's a foregone conclusion.
Are you sure you're not the one sponsoring?
No, I wouldn't waste my money in doing that. I would not. I don't even have that money. If I have, you know where I'll put it. All that I'm trying to say is that, look, they should not think that it's a foregone conclusion. They shouldn't look at 15 MPs have declared, this national party executives are with us, these stakeholders are with us. Based on that, then they think it's a foregone conclusion. No, this one is mass voting. The electoral college is huge. It's not like small electoral college where you can go and influence like what they did the other time, the super delegates. Just all these things was, you know, how gimmicks just to project somebody.
Bawumia has 63 MPs.
Yes.
For him.
Oh, it's not. Let me tell you one thing. Moro, in politics, in politics, you can never be sure. You can never be sure what people discuss even on a particular platform.
Okay.
So don't, all those MPs, let me tell you, Moro, this pen, in politics, we can sit here and they tell you that, Moro, this pen is for you. And they will go behind and tell my brother, Dr. Edima Kwesi, that, look, this thing, no, don't forget about what we discussed there. You are the one we are rooting for. Then they will come to Cletus and tell you that, look, my brother, this thing, I don't think that we should support, we should give it tomorrow. Why should we give it tomorrow? You are the best person for it. Now, there will be a fight amongst the three of us. You understand? So for me, the little I know about this political stuff, it is not always a foregone conclusion. Even when they say this thing is for you, you have to now find a way to grab it. When it's your hand, then you know that I have gotten it. But when they say it is for you and you go to sleep, oh, you wake up and it is in the hands of somebody else.
Okay.
So that is how it is. So nobody should ever think that something is, especially elections. Okay. Mass voters, look, MPs can declare their support for a particular candidate. But the masses, why? Some of the MPs even ask them, they are not even popular in their own constituencies. You understand? They are not popular. If they put a ballot box today, some of them, they will vote them out. So if you are throwing your support behind a particular flag bearer, why? You are not the one. Maybe in a particular constituency, they have 5 voters in each polling station. You understand? So assuming that you have some 100 delegates or some two.
Yes, abusia ye mo bibia kwa ba bio na ye mfamba ye platform we eso. Na kwasem ni se MPP presidential elections na primaries na eba so no. Me in my own perspective no. Omoye den they will squeeze things for Dr. Alhaji Bawumia. Omo mu didi akiri na omo se omo sika kwa including me ankasa me papa Kennedy Japan. Yes, including me ankasa me papa Kennedy Japan amre bi twam na me ye campaign gidigidi edema no. Genti America sanse mu eni se system no MPP system no omo a sesei omo ekita party no eye Nana People's Party, and that is Yakufado the Nkrofo. They are still in the system. Our mushechiri, they are making sure say everything will be possible for Dr. Alhaji Bawumia to lead the party. And no, you can do nothing about it. So we Dr. Alhaji Bawumia fano. Sorry, Moka Kennedy Japan fano. So we Bryan fano. So we Aduchimu. So we Boache Jaku. So when I Boache Jaku Krankan. You see, there are things that these people they are putting in place. They will make sure say whatever happens, you Alhaji Bawumia, what will lead the party? Yes, will lead the party. That is the only thing. What in a mention I say? And you know, that is it. No one ready. And after some Dr. Alhaji Bawumia do money, the only thing MPP for very regret and is Alhaji Bawumia will lose woefully because a one and a brain a champion ebe reflection MPP for adwin say you catch them say Bawumia enye the person that you can take to win election. He is not a presidential candidate. He beat him. They are winning elections. You get me right? I feel so. One and you reckon they Japan for as yes, you catch them. Say Dr. Alhaji Bawumia and the corruption. Anyhow, we see approaching things. He can never lead our party to capture power. And after say Omudi Bawumia be the party in 2028 ako elections Bawumia be report on. And on be making sure say Bawumia will be out from the party, and there will be no Bawumia factor in the party again, according to research ever and according to analysis. Any political views are ever. But for now, some of them are not people's party. They are still basing on Bawumia, and you know you can never do anything about it. And yet, then MPP for Eddie Bawumia Beko. Just get it right. Yanko na yinkotie ensema eto aso efa 9 months attack ewo hwidie mu asutifi north constituency na half region yenti enseni bi yakoba ebeto aso
and you alone declare your support. Sometimes some of them even their support for some candidates will even affect them. Some of the MP support for some of the flag bearership aspirants will affect those people because they are not even popular. The polling station executive, they have the opportunity, they want to throw them out. So their support, and this one too is a lesson to everybody. I'm saying this, the NDC too must listen. Some of them who are also lacing their boots to contest to replace President Mahama, they should also watch the caliber of people who are around them. One person around you can scare away many voters. One person. So it is not, it's something that you have to balance it. Okay. You have to take it seriously and look at it very well. You understand? So people should be very careful. There are some people, their allegiance to you or the fact that they support you alone will scare away so many people. Okay. So the flag bearer, as a flag bearer, you need to look at all this.
I see.
So I tell them, so when they come out publicly to say they are declaring their support for you, don't go and sleep. Still go in the night, the midnight, the dawns, the daytime, do the inner work. Right, you think those 15 MPs who has come out to declare for Dr. Bawumia, you think Bryan will go and see them? By now he's going to meet all of them. And do you know what language they would have told him to? You understand?
Politics is very cool.
It is not. You know, you think Bryan will go and see them? You think Kennedy has not gone to meet them? The fact that they came out to support a particular candidate doesn't mean that the others will not meet them.
It's rather advertisement.
And even let me tell you, Moro, don't be surprised that before they even did that press conference, they would have reached out to these other flag bearers. I am telling you. Really? Yes, they would have reached out to them. In any case, my friend Mafo, who read the statement, he's not contesting elections again. He's not contesting elections. Why did the others not read the press statement? And they allow my friend who will not come in again to be the one to read the press statement.
You are disclosing too much.
It tells you a lot.
Clayton,
it tells you that the other parties should not go and sleep. There's a lot to it. There's a lot to it. This one is gimmick.
Politics. You can't even trust people.
No, you don't until you get hold of the thing. Don't go and sleep when they say it is for you, Moro.
You are disclosing too much.
Don't. I am telling you, Moro. Before that press conference, they would have reached out to Bryan. They would have reached out to Kennedy Acheampong. They would have reached out to Edith, all of them, to tell them that, look, our people are on us. Our people are on us. You know this thing.
They like endorsement.
To do.
I love that.
They want
endorsement. They like endorsement.
They like the publicity. So we are coming out to do
endorsement.
But I'm giving you my word. Listen, I'm giving you my word. My constituency, you will win. How? How will people from Eastern Region vote against Bryan Acheampong? In Eastern Region, Bryan, the son of the soil, the darling boy,
the governor.
The governor. No. It won't happen.
Oh.
No. It's not like I like Bryan. I'm only telling you, everybody has a stronghold. If you go to Central Region, you understand? If you go to Central Region, look, Ken will have influence over the others. Or he'll be a very strong candidate there. Because that's his backyard. And you cannot say that Bryan's backyard, they will ditch him. Even if Bryan will not win the elections, I'm telling you, watch Eastern Region. They won't ditch him.
Interesting.
They won't ditch him.
Interesting.
Why? They are going to be in Eastern region with him. You think they can look into his face and vote against him? They will not do that.
Two quick issues before we wrap up on the MPP primaries. Now, you know Dankwa Smith Buti is your acting national chairman.
Yes.
In the absence of
correct,
Mr. Stephen Intia.
Yes, and he says he's not contesting again.
Okay. He's not happy that you, party communicators, you go on. Are these the two people you're talking about?
Yeah. No, this is a former MP, but that's the MP I'm talking about.
He was part of the 63.
Yes.
And now has jump ship.
Well, he's changed his mind. People are at liberty to change their mind.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It will be very interesting to ask him what has changed. Yeah. Anyway. So where was this?
This is a Volta region.
The Volta region campaign. Interesting. Now your vice chairman is not happy with you. You know, this thing where party communicators, as you've just done, you go on platforms and then you go and articulate or champion the interest of a candidate you're supporting when you're supposed to be talking for the party.
No, I talk for the party.
He says, like you've just done, you've given us 101 reasons why it has to be Dr. Bryan Acheampong. He says, no, people like you must be sanctioned by the party. What do you make of it?
But do they have a party? Who will sanction who?
How do you mean the party?
But all the people at the headquarters, everybody is supporting somebody.
Frimpong Kodia is the general secretary of the party. Nana B is still the national organizer.
Where do they belong?
KJ is the women's organizer.
Where do they belong?
They have a vice.
They can't reprimand nobody.
At this stage,
you cannot. Who will you reprimand? Even you yourself, are you saying you two belong somewhere?
I think you know what? I hold his comments in high esteem. Like the leader of the minority leader has said, that MPs should not also declare where they stand. But quite frankly, it's a difficult thing. It's like a misnomer. You know, it is only fair that we make the party aware that as communicators for the party, in the interest of democracy, when we are asked where we align with, I only told people where I'm at, and I have never shied away from telling people where I'm at. Okay, and I think that this was a fair question you threw to me, and I had to elaborate and explain and expatiate. Okay, so I respect Bute, and I think, but I wouldn't have necessarily gone into Bryan factor if not for your question. Okay. So and I cannot sit here and say, I can't answer. That one would not be fair as a communicator.
Okay. But to wrap up on this conversation about the internal elections, there was an issue that came up recently, and for me, I thought that it was an inexcusably ethnocentric comment which was made by the Asante Achem, I believe, South MP. The party has actually issued a statement to that effect. In fact, we'll put up the statement shortly. And it got a lot of your party supporters on social media to write quite extensively, you know, expressing their revulsion and their disdain, their angst, you know, and their call it their resentment against such a statement. So it's in two parts. There's one that talks about Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was chosen as the running mate for Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo in 2008. In 2008 or so, yes. As against others who were there long before him. That's one part. And so that makes him an outsider. And then there's another part where we're told, I haven't heard the tape, but I'm just reading statements. I don't know whether it's true. Where I'm told he's also saying that from what he knows, there are certain tribes in this country that were used for certain things in the past. But the persons who come from this tribe are not meant to lead or to be leaders. And for that matter, so yes, it's called Kwekwa Asante Boateng. And for that matter, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia should not be given the opportunity to lead. Now, the party issued a statement, and that statement is rolling as you see on your screens. And I want to read it briefly and pick your thoughts on it before we continue. Just so for persons who have not seen the statement, just reading briefly before you come in. So it says that Ashanti MPP Parliamentary Caucus, Ashanti Regional Caucus of the New Patriotic Party condemns and distances itself from comments by Honorable Kweku Asante-Boateng. The Ashanti Regional Caucus of the New Patriotic Party has taken strong exception to recent comments attributed to Honorable Kweku Asante-Boateng, Member of Parliament for Asante Akim South, suggesting that the Ashantis historically used slaves for war, and that such people and their descendants are not entitled to leadership or position of authority within the party. Now, these comments are deeply offensive and run contrary to the spirit of unity, respect, and equality that the NPP stands for. The Ashanti Regional Caucus completely dissociates itself from the narrative and condemns it in no uncertain terms. And it says the NPP was founded on the timely principles of freedom, equality of opportunity, and inclusivity. Ours is a party that welcomes and rewards merit, loyalty, and service, and not lineage, tribe, or religious identity. Every member, regardless of origin or background, has an equal right to aspire to any position within the party or in national leadership. The Ashanti region, as the bedrock of the NPP, rejects any attempt to use history, tribe, or identity to divide our ranks or to question the belonging of any loyal member. Such rhetoric is not only divisive but undermines the unity and cohesion that have been the foundation of our party's success over the years. And the statement ends by saying that across all mature democracies, political parties act decisively against utterances that inflame ethnic or religious tension. As a democratic institution, the NPP must uphold the same standard of discipline, mutual respect, and responsibility in speech and conduct. The Ashanti Regional Caucus therefore reaffirms its unwavering commitment to national unity, peace, and inclusivity. We urge all members, particularly those in leadership, to be guided by restraint and decorum in their public statements. Our focus must remain on strengthening the NPP and advancing the collective progress of our party and nation at large. The Ashanti Regional NPP Parliamentary Caucus stands firmly for a united party and united Ghana. Honorable Vincent Ekwa-Asefua, he is the secretary to the Ashanti MPP Caucus. I mean, what do you know about this issue, bro?
It's an unfortunate comment, but I also think that service should not be relabeled as slavery. And I think that's where I'm sometimes worried about media and their coverage. Because when you translate the local dialect, sometimes they choose the wrong word. Because I think to borrow from him, I when I saw the video, he didn't use the word slavery, but rather that served. You understand? So when you flip it from service to slavery, that's where I have a problem with the media in terms of that reportage. But it's an unfortunate statement. Many have reacted to it. But let me also state one thing, that the outsiderness, and please do not get me confused, because he said that there were equally people of the same tribe in the party, but he was picked from outside. So it's not, that one was not ethnocentric. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Yes, but he was saying that we had equally northern region people in the party and Muslims in the party. And at the time when you came, you didn't have a party card. Okay, so that is where so it was more of like outsider to the party, not outsider to Ghana, let's say. And people have exaggerated, as usual, when these things happen. I have suffered such fate before, where my comment was totally misunderstood, misappreciated. So from a communication standpoint, I think that one is an unfortunate comment, and two, sometimes for reaction's sake, people use choice of words that are not necessarily what it is when you translate it.
Okay.
But I would like to put that behind us.
Okay.
This will be a contest of ideas, resources, and who brings solutions. And that is what I see as the main thing for our party.
What was the relevance of that statement anyway? That, of course, the other one, which has to do with some persons from some parts of Ghana are not meant to lead and things. I haven't seen that. I'm just reading social media commentary.
I haven't seen. And that's why I said that
again, the Ashanti Caucus
people
statement,
embellish.
The Ashanti Caucus statement talks about that. So it will be good for Vincent Asifwa, who is the secretary to the caucus, to show us evidence.
Yeah, I mean, they vilify you for nothing.
You know, because as we sit here, I don't have anything to that
nothing
effect.
like that.
I mean, of all the things that is Kukuba, is in your camp or is in Kent's camp?
No.
Yes, he's not in your camp.
He's not in ours.
But of all the things that you can say against somebody, I mean, why would you say that? Well, he should be grateful to the MPP that he was made a running mate as against persons.
No, what he was saying is that even at the time when you were brought on,
yes,
there were people within the party of that lineage. Even they were not considered.
Understand that, but I'm saying that granted that that's even true. Okay.
Oh, it is. I mean, as for that, the secretary of the party at the time, which is Kwabena Acheampong, has said it categorically that, you know, the man did not have a party card. That one we can't dispute.
So the question I'm asking, is, and so what?
Well, in the party, let me just.
And Joe will also say you should be sanctioned for saying those comments.
I think that for saying which one?
For making those comments.
That he was not a party member.
Yes.
Oh, but that one. Please let me know.
Outsider.
No. Let me not be misunderstood.
Okay.
Please. The fact remains that at the time that he was nominated, he was not a card-bearing member. If Kwabena Acheampong, who was the secretary, is lying, then I'm lying. And I think he holds that very dear to his heart. And there are other characters who have attested to it. Okay, so that
you know the reason why
that cannot be disputed.
You know the reason why I'm asking this question, because it's not the first time this matter has come up.
Oh no, but
Kwabena Acheampong has made this comment.
Yes.
Nano Hininto, who's now with the UP, has also made the same comment. And I'm saying that for a man who has served your party, both in opposition for 8 years, he has served your party in his capacity as running mate.
No, when you're going for presidency, you know, they dig you. They dig you all the way. I mean, this happens even in the American race. They dig you and dig even your great-grandfathers. I mean, so this is politics. It's part of politics.
But should it
even me, they dig you. They dig you and dig and dig and dig. I mean, it's when you're a public figure, you know, these are some of the shots you take. You swallow it and then you move on. As I sit here, there are many interesting things going on your.
I don't know whether you want to have. You want to take on this?
Well, let me also comment on this issue. You see, granted that Dr. Bawumia did not even have a party card before joining the party, it doesn't bar him from contesting.
Not at all.
Not at all. You are, so he's neither here nor there. And even if you check the time he joined the party till now, it's 16 years. It's 16 years. Yeah. So you cannot say that somebody who has also joined the party for 16 years you are still questioning the person's eligibility or loyalty to the party. Is that the case? No. Let's be fair. Look, for me, I have said that in Ghana, even if it demands that we bring somebody else to come and help us build this country for our people in terms of provision of social amenities, rules, education, if we can get that person, I support that. It doesn't matter where the person is coming from. Moro, I have said it. Anybody who is involved in tribal politics doesn't even understand democracy. It doesn't even understand democracy. Look, we are from varied background. We can't all be the same. Politics brought us together. So you are thinking same, like you have the same mind how to, rule this country. So if it doesn't matter whether the person is a Muslim, the person is a Christian, the person is a pagan. No, if the person can truly champion and deliver, let's go for the person. So for me, I think that it's about time the NPP too should allow Dr. Bawumia to rest in terms of when did he join the party. At least you have a criteria for qualification, isn't it?
But in the party, interestingly, that question comes up for anybody.
No. I am telling you. So I'm saying that
MBA.
Let me tell you. It's always it has always been there.
Thing.
And let me tell you, Moro, on this platform, I have said it. Religion cannot influence votes. Tribal politics can influence. People can vote for you because of tribe, but they won't vote for you because of religion.
Oh, it's a true case.
You understand? That is how I've seen it, and that is, there's a research. You can go into it, you can look at it, and you come to this conclusion.
Yeah.
You understand? So for me, let's at least Dr. Bawumia too has joined the party. At least even if he didn't have a party card, he came around 207, 208, isn't it?
Oh, I mean, that is.
Do you understand?
That is,
so it's a long time. So we should also stop questioning. And let me tell the NPP. And when he joined, they healed him around. You understand? He was being healed. They made all of us believe that he was the Messiah. He was the one coming to solve all the problems of this country. Until he got power, and we realized that he wasn't, he wasn't the type, that he didn't have, the clout to be able to solve the economic problems of this country. So he turned into an IT person. I don't know when he started that, but that's it. So for me,
IT is part of the economy, please.
Yeah, it is. But we wanted the CD to be stabilized like Ato and President Mahama is doing today. Hey. We wanted prices of fuel to go down. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. Even let me tell them, even under Dr. Bawumia, just 1 week to election, they increased fuel. 1 week to election, fuel prices shot up. So it tells you that he's not the type that can really. That's why I said Moro. In conclusion, whoever the MPP elect, the good works of President Mahama will still let the NDC win the 2028 elections.
The MP in question has issued a statement. I'm talking about Bawumia. This is official statement in reaction.
Yes,
the
Acheampong I didn't have.
Yes. He's issued a statement in reaction to the news making rounds, and let me say a big thanks to Guy G, the MPP's Guy G, who sent that message. Guy G from Cantonment, Guy G, which part of Cantonment do you live? Because I hang around a lot in Cantonment, and I've never run into you. Maybe one of these days we should try and meet up. But now he's just forwarded this to me, and it's the statement by Honorable Kweku Asante Boateng. Asante Boateng was a member of Parliament for the Acheampong South and it's a deliberate misrepresentation of his comment on Bedroom program on Adom TV. And it says, my attention has been drawn to a shameful and calculated attempt to twist comments I made during an interview on Bedroom on Adom TV last week, Wednesday. These distortions seek to inject religion and ethnicity into a matter that was purely about loyalty, sacrifice, and service to the New Patriotic Party. During the discussion, I drew an analogy rooted in Asante chieftaincy traditions to explain a very clear political principle. Leadership in the MPP is earned through service, sacrifice, and long-standing commitment, especially in the most difficult moments of our party's history. That was the essence of my point and nothing more. And it says that in that context, I referenced the political trajectory of Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. In 2008, although he was not a member of the MPP at the time, he was granted a special waiver and brought into the party for a specific strategic purpose. The foremost national concern then was the economy, and he had the expertise to support the party's economic messaging. This was a major honor and privilege to be elevated directly to the second highest position on the party's presidential ticket. Since then, he has served 8 years as running mate and another 8 years as vice president and head of the economic management team, with the results now available for all to see. His service is acknowledged and appreciated, but service, no matter how noble, does not confer an automatic right to be president. For over 3 decades, many stalwarts have bled, sacrificed and risked everything for the MPP since 1992. They too deserve recognition and fair consideration. That is the principle I defended. You may disagree with my political view, and that is acceptable in a democratic party, but to attribute religion or ethnicity where there was absolutely none is what is truly divisive and dangerous. To now suggest that my comment carried ethnic or religious undertones is malicious, dishonest, and extremely dangerous. The interview is public. It can be found on YouTube. At no point did I reference ethnicity or religion. Anyone seeking the truth should watch the full interview and judge for themselves. The facts are plain. It is disappointing that respected voices, including Manasseh Azuri-Awuni, have repeated these false claims without any evidence. Equally, it is unfortunate that the General Secretary of the party has been misled to issue a statement based on the same distortions. I will not allow my name or my record to be weaponized to divide the MPP along ethnic or religious lines. We must all reject these dangerous narratives that serve the interests of a few while undermining the unity, cohesion, and values that the party we have collectively built. There's Honorable Kweku Asante Boateng, Member of Parliament, Acheampong South constituency.
Fantastic.
Okay, so I guess that would have to end it here and move on. There are some other weightier matters that we ought to look at. And we're going all the way to the, I believe, is it Bono? The recent attacks in Bono Ashanti region. Yes, that should be in Bono. Collins Alder's place is Bono, isn't it?
Esutufi South.
Yes, but it's in Bono, in the Bono region. Or Ahafo.
I think that's
Ahafo. That's in Ahafo. Yes, we're going to Ahafo. But so we're catching the next bus to Ahafo. There's been some development there. It's about the fight against illegal mining, and it appears that there's been some clash between lawmakers and
law enforcement.
Yes, and law enforcers. And we think it's quite unfortunate. We should, under normal circumstances, be on the same page in fighting illegal mining. So we shouldn't be clashing, Yeah. But today's Daily Graphic reports that the two MPs in question, I'm talking about the Esutufi North and the Esutufi South MP, have all been called before the police CID. Now, we're told that the two members of parliament are under police investigations over their role in a mob attack or a mob action at Acheampong in the Ahafo region that threatened lives and damaged property in a Galamsey-related incident. The MP for Esutufi South, Ebenezer Kwekwado, and the MP for Esutufi South. So here, the Daily Graphic, you have committed an unpardonable error. And that's for this one. I'll take you on this. Now, Collins Dauda is the MP for Esutufi South. Edward Kweku Ado is Esutufi North. So... Oh, sorry about that. It's my fault, actually. I apologize. So here we go. Is the MP for Esutufi North, Ebenezer... So, my apologies, Daily Graphic. The MP for Esutufi North, Ebenezer Kwekwado, and the MP for Esutufi South, Collins Dauda, are being questioned by the Police Criminal Investigations Department for interfering with lawful police activity, possible complicity. And that's on page 3, is where the story continues. The possible complicity in illegal mining activities, inciting mob action against law enforcers and other issues. The police administration has consequently launched a special operations to arrest perpetrators of last Saturday's attack on the Director of Operations of the National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretariat, Colonel Dominic Bois, and his team at Acheampong to face the full rigors of the law. The Inspector General of Police, IGP Christopher Yohunu, in a press statement signed by the Director General of Public Affairs, Deputy Commissioner of the Police, CIBC DCOP, Grace Ansa Akrofi, directed the CID headquarters to take over investigations into the attack. The statement said the MP for Esutufi North, who was alleged to have incited a mob to attack the team and obstruct the NIMO's activities, had been invited to assist in the police investigations. Various government channels were unavailable for comment, but the incident involving two MPs on the side of the governing party must have embarrassed the government. It happened at a time the government had deployed the NIMOs as one leg of the overall effort to tame the Galamsey menace, as pressure mounts from various quarters, including organized labor and its affiliates. Mr. Kwekwado reportedly led a gang of thugs to attack the NIMOS team and to free a group of men arrested over illegal mining in the area. The chaotic scenes, various accounts suggested, reached the point where the NIMOS team had to be escorted to escape a potential physical mob attack. In the heat of the exchanges, much of it happening within the precincts of the local police station, the Esutufi North MP said to have claimed that his Esutufi South counterpart, Mr. Dauda, wanted the NIMOS team to release the persons arrested for illegal mining. Mr. Dauda did not appear at the scene, as he was not in the country at the time of the incident. Now, the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, Emmanuel Kofi Boah, has since condemned the attack on the NIMOS team, and a press release signed by the Media Relations Officer of the Ministry, Parkus Shandorf, said that having been adequately briefed on the matter, the minister strongly condemns the incident. And the newspaper goes ahead to tell us about what exactly happened, the MP's involvement, the MP's response, where Kwekwado has denied claims that he incited the youth against the security team in the government anti-Galamsey mining agenda. And the residents have also been reacting. It's all been captured in today's Daily Graphic. I don't know which of you would like to start with this. Now, let me start with you on this. I mean, first of all, it was the video that was circulating in the media. When you saw the video, I don't know what your immediate reaction was, and the subsequent narratives that accompanied the video that we saw.
First of all, I have great respect for the two members of Parliament, but let me also say that I'm not in support from a security standpoint. There's this upcoming norm in Ghana now that when people are either apprehended or arrested by the security services, then people mop up. So if it is BNI, people go to the office. If it is CID, people go to the office. I think that we need to stop it. And something must be done to stop that like new thing that should Haruna Idrisu be arrested today, the whole of NDC will mop up to whichever office that he's arrested. I'm just using him as an example. Minister for Education, pardon me. So I think in general, Shatawale was apprehended and people mounted at, where was it, Yoko? This has to stop. And I say this with the greatest of respect to all political actors and party apparatchiks, whether NDC or MPP. In this instance, clearly, I mean, based on the people that were there, I can only posit that these were friends of the MP, friends of the current government, okay? So it cuts both ways. When law enforcement people approach, apprehend, arrest, or as it is, question somebody, people should not amass to the place. And in this instance, I think that if we do not take these things seriously, one day it can escalate into a whole different thing. The soldiers and policemen who were present, if they mistakenly open fire, would be talking about casualties and people would have lost lives over nothing. So I think that one, either how we approach the arrest or apprehension has to be changed, okay, so that this idea of people or policing needs to communicate better to the public, so that the thought that if 100,000 people come to the police station, the person will be released, needs to be squashed. And that also means that when you're dealing with high profile cases, you better make sure that there are enough boots on the ground. Because in this instance, when soldiers who are wielding gun have to be rescued or moved to another location, that is troubling.
Right.
But I must admit that they did well by not opening fire. And that is quite good on their part in terms of relations between civilian and military and civilian and police. So I'll plead with the CID that how we approach these things need to be careful, and moving forward there should be more dialogue between us and the public with regards to the public's action or inaction when certain things happen. The MP, for his own life, there's an advice. It's not every mass gathering that you go to. A stray bullet could have ended his life. Some, quote unquote, person who was already looking for this MP could have used this opportunity and gunned him down. And we'll be talking about a whole different thing today. So if you're a public official, some accident scenes, some unfortunate scenes, even as in medicine, when there's an accident or a crash, you have to assess the environment before you also enter, because your safety also matters.
Right.
So I really think that it could happen to, not to remind my man of his hotel person who was killed, I think last year or 2 years ago.
Right.
2 years ago.
That's Captain Mahama?
No, there's a hoteler.
Oh, hoteler.
In Joppa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who was
Eric Johnson?
Eric Johnson, yes.
Okay.
You don't rush to the house not knowing whether the suspect is in the house or out of the house. And then, for all you know, you also go in and then they open fire on you. So I really think that persons of high profile in this country need to be mindful of where they show up, what they show up, how well, what was his protection when he went there? Because this mob could have turned against you. And sometimes the interesting thing is that nobody can control a mob, even when they have brought the mob. Issues will happen, scatter will happen, and the same people you have brought to mount maybe pressure will then mount the pressure on you. Because as for them, maybe they are high on something. The instruction they had before getting high is that instruction they are going to work with till the day is ended, until the whatever is on their eyes. If I say that, you understand what I mean. It departs. So I really think that people in high offices like the Member of Parliament should have been wary about the environment, the tension, and should have been very careful in deciding whether to go or not to go. And in these instances, interestingly, you'll be surprised that party chairmen are fantastic at handling some of these things because they know the people and they know most of the actors. Very good party chairmen, know who to talk to, who to help calm down. And I think the Alaji, whose car, unfortunately, even him, who was there for safety, look at how they did to his car. They crashed his windshield in the rage, So two key things. We need to be seen to be enforcing the same laws that we have created. And for that reason, I'm hoping that the Member of Parliament was there to work with law enforcement, though I'm hearing a varying report. And I do not support it. But I also understand that he felt that the tension should have been less if the people were uncuffed. I mean, these are something that the CID would have to look at, because you can have people under arrest, not necessarily with handcuffs. I mean, you understand? So in the future, we need more engagement with the public in terms of when they arrest people, what happens after, and why there's no need to rush to the police station. I mean, they went to the police station and were demanding that the people be released. And people need to be trained on what government institutions are. This will not be the first time people have attempted to attack a police station. Some have burnt police stations. And I think there should be some very serious actions in the future, punitive enough to now stop people when they see a government building or a police station. Before you throw a stone, you need to be very careful, Okay. And it's rather unfortunate that most of our police stations do not have CCTV cameras. It would have helped us with the footage and a more clear picture of the culprits involved in this. And it is troubling that there are policemen with guns, army people with guns, and yet the people just didn't mind. And I must commend the services for not discharging their weapons. Yeah. I must commend them. But this is a very serious security breach. And NIMOS needs to also be very minded and guided by how they run their operations. Granted, I know they are doing a very good job, but sometimes you need to debrief some people so that, when the calls come, you know how to manage, because you can't do an operation literally without informing Collins Dowda or even having a sit-in with him. I mean, I say this with the greatest of respect because of his influence in that region. And for that reason, he would have maybe advised on how to approach it. Okay.
All right, so abusia sana enkomodidie no etie enti afutu ho ensakra nipa agi ensohwe afutu ho ensakra nipa onze NDC for your mude because you see omohu Bawumia ni weak points and I say ni weak areas ni weakness enti MPP for NDC for there ombenya nka momfa Bawumia nsan bra bio. Yes, say MPP for strategies. If they were having, if they are having strategies, they wouldn't have what brought Yura Dr. Alhaji Bawumia. So made the party name view. Because for now, the it is as if say omo endorse Bawumia to take about 60 something MPs to come out and declare for Bawumia. They say 50 so. It means already they want to bring Bawumia and you can't do anything about it. Yes, into your Canadian Japan, get it in mind. This election is not for Canadian country or Japan. Yes, no matter what your Papa Canadian Japan will do, never and ever MPP will bring him. Listen to me again. Never and ever MPP delegate will bring him to lead the party at this crucial moment until say this Bawumia guy was not another Nguasibio. Until say you Dr. Alhaji Bawumia was not Nguasibio. MP NDC for now. They are always praying. It is the prayers of NDC. So understand the Bawumia because Bawumia nakasa na hubon corruption. Palugu Dam $12 million. Jimmy says he can find. Bawumia nuabaji contract somewhere in the northern region. Yemisa sesa scandal no. Bawumia kujina kita eka se omubesi airport. Yewra omukani say then time Yewra akufado ko hoko say debi yemesi airport bia oha. You see all these controversies, all these allegations and all this corruption, more practices. And this for I imagine so more they tell. Say Yankopon ya adom na say MPP for so bom no mokoyi Bawumia secret. Eno the party no na say MPP party na say eden ato so bio. Enti senkebe ya delegate munko na munkoyi Canadian Japan na Bryan ebebo mo ankasa bo party no. Ebebo mo party no because Bawumia can never lead this country. Can never lead MPP to capture political power. Take it or leave it. Obiani omumudi omunechi yodum nano. They know very well. Says omotumani say omidi party nenim via. After say only the party, there is nothing that they can do for him to bring the main political power in 2028. Never. NC. And MPP for they know this. Chirewaju comment session. Nakupon koso wa enshira. Akra, bye bye.